everyone, my name is Janelle Scantlebury Smith, the Assistant Secretary of the Inter-American Division with special responsibility for the Adventist Volunteer Service Program. I'm here today to share with you some of the opportunities that we have currently. But before I go into that, I want to let you know how you go about signing up to be a volunteer. On this bottle, you can see our website. It's www.adventistvolunteers.org. Did you get that? It's www.adventistvolunteers.org. So once on the website, you need to create an account. Once you have your account created and you have a username and your password, you enter and you complete all the necessary sections. Besides completing that application, you have some forms that you must complete. Here we have the beneficiary information. You put your name, date of birth, and most importantly, you need to sign. You also need to complete a health certificate, which must be done by your medical doctor. He completes it. He puts his stamp and his signature, and that's it for this form. We also have the confidential reference form. This form needs to be completed by 3 persons which you will designate. One should be your church pastor. The other should be a professional, anyone that knows you very well. And the third one can be from your university professor or from your high school professor. But most importantly, these references should not come from friends or family. What other form do we have? We have the release of liability form. You put your name here and you put your signature and the date. So with all these forms completed, you then have to do the preparation for mission course. And when you're at that point, I will share with you the code that you need to access. Now, some of you are wondering, why should I be an Adventist volunteer? Why should I serve God in a different field, different to what you know? Well, first of all, you get that cross-cultural experience. And by cross-cultural, I say, you get to experience a culture much different than yours. You get to eat different foods, see different people, and this knowledge would enrich your life forever. As you never know where you may end up eventually in the future, where you may work. And so it's a good experience to gain that cross-cultural knowledge. Why else should you volunteer? Well, we have seen that many volunteers who do short-term or long-term trips end up to come back to serve in their local fields. They come back to serve in their local fields and they end up being the future leaders of our church. We also find that some of these volunteers go on to serve as long-term missionaries. And when I say long-term missionaries, I'm speaking about those international service employees that were formerly considered interdivision employees. And their term of contract is a minimum of 5 years. Why else should you serve as a volunteer? What other benefits do you have? Well, you get to see the church from a global perspective. You know, sometimes locally we think that it's just my local church, you know, just the member there. I know I just have a few souls on my corner to reach, but no. As you know, there's a whole world out there. If you ever consider the 1040 window, where there's no Adventist presence, hardly any Christian presence, but it is home to all the world religions. Think about the reach and the impact you can have by serving as a volunteer in such region. And so I want to encourage you, if you're still in the valley of decision, please contact your local AVS coordinator, and that person will be there to assist you with whatever questions you have. And if they're not able to, you can always send me a text or an email at scantlebury@interamerica.org. I'll repeat it, scantlebury@interamerica.org. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you soon.